Hello, my name is Ramasu, and welcome to my presentation on question 21 to 25 from the 2013 GCSE Science Double Award Paper 1. The question question 21 reads, which change of state is matched with what happens to the distance between particles during the change? Okay, so during condensate, we have a gas, right? Then we have liquid, then we have a solid. These are the states that we have. So from when a substance changes from a gas to a liquid, this is condensation, right? Condensation. And when a liquid changes from a liquid to solid, this is freezing. It's freezing. And when a solid changes to a liquid, this is melting. And when a liquid changes to a gas, this is either boiling or evaporation, right? Now when a gas changes to a solid or a solid changes to a gas, this is called sublimation. Right? Now, during condensation, a gas changes to a liquid, right? So this means that the distance between the particles decreases. So this is wrong. The distance between the particles decreases. Your answer here should be D, because during melting, a solid changes to a liquid. So which means that the volume of the substance increases. So the distance between the particles increases. Okay. Question 22 says what is the formula of a compound containing iron 2 plus ions and sulfate ions, right? So because iron 2 plus has a charge of 2 plus, right, and the sulfate ion has a charge of 2 minus, then this compound will simply be FeSO4, right? Because the iron has a charge of 2 plus and the sulfate has a charge of 2 minus, so they can simply combine to cancel their charges out. Because a compound like this should have a charge of 0. A charge of 0, right? So because this is a 2 plus and this is 2 minus, these ions will combine and cancel each other out, so that the compound has a charge of 0. Then our answer here would be FeSO4. Question 23 says dilute sulfuric acid reacts with magnesium and also reacts with magnesium carbonate. Which substance is produced in both reactions? Okay, so when sulfuric acid, that's H2SO4, reacts with magnesium, this is Mg, the products are magnesium sulfate, which is MgSO4, plus hydrogen gas, right? And when sulfuric acid H2SO4 reacts with magnesium carbonate, that's MgCO3. What is produced is magnesium sulfate, carbon dioxide, and water, that's H2O. So then the substance that is produced in both reactions is magnesium sulfate. Magnesium sulfate is produced in both reactions. So then your answer there will be C, magnesium sulfate. 24 says, which substance reacts with ammonium chloride to produce ammonia gas? That would be calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide reacts with ammonium chloride to produce ammonia gas. Question 25 says that iron, Fe, is extracted from iron 3 oxide. Well, iron is extracted from iron 3 oxide by a reduction in the blast furnace. The equation for the reaction is that's the equation. You have 1 mole of iron 3 oxide plus 3 moles of carbon monoxide, giving 2 moles of iron. 2 moles of iron plus 3 moles of carbon dioxide. Right. Calculate the mass of iron which can be extracted from 150 kilograms of iron 2 oxide. Right. So the first thing to do is that you need to find find the number of moles of iron 2 oxide. Right. So the formula for number of moles, N. The number of moles is N. Right. N is equal to mass over molar mass. Now the mass is given as 150 kilograms, but we need to write this as we need to convert these kilograms to grams, right? So we simply multiply 150 by 1000 to get 150,000. To get 150,000. Then the molar mass of iron 3 oxide, that's Fe2,3. We find the molar mass of iron 3 oxide by adding the relative atomic masses of iron and of oxygen, right? So they tell us here that the relative atomic mass of iron is 56, but because we have Fe2 here, because we have Fe2, we have to multiply this 56 by 2, and then we add the relative atomic mass of oxygen, which is given as 16 here. Right? It's given as 16. So then that's 16, but because we have a O3, we multiply this by 3. Right? And this gives us 160 grams per mole. Right? So we have 150,000 grams over 160 grams per mole. This gives you 937.5 mole. Right? Now if we go back to our equation, they tell us that 1 mole of iron 3 oxide reacts to give 2 moles of iron. 1 mole of iron 3 oxide reacts to give 2 moles of iron. So then, but we have 937.5 moles of iron 3 oxide, right? So if you go back here, there's some space here. If that's iron 3 oxide, and then on this side here we have iron. So if 1 mole of iron 3 oxide, 1 mole of iron 3 oxide reacts to give you 2 moles of iron, right? Gives you 2 moles of iron. Now, how many moles of iron will you get if you have 937.5 moles of iron 3 oxide, right? So if 1 mole of iron 3 oxide gives you 2 moles of iron, how many moles of iron will 937.5 moles of iron 3 oxide give you? So to find your answer, you simply cross multiply, and your x becomes 1875 moles. So you have 1875 moles of iron, right? Moles of Fe, right? So then to find the mass of calcium, of the mass of iron, you rearrange this equation here. You rearrange that equation, and you have mass is equal to number of moles times the molar mass of iron, right? The molar mass of iron in this case, because we're trying to find the mass of iron, right? So then the number of moles of calcium is let me change the color, it's 1875, and the molar mass of iron is given here as 56, and this gives you 105 kilograms, or 105,000 grams, right? So then your answer there will be B. Okay, so this is the end of the video. My name is Ramasu. You can find me on Facebook, or you can follow my Facebook page, BGCSE tutorial videos. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video.